Obituaries are sponsored by Colonial Funeral Home and Stokes Chapel, Fair, Ray, and Perry Spencer Funeral Homes, Boone & Cook Funeral Home and Crematory.
Jewel Alman Walker, 87, of Stoneville, died March 20th. Funeral services are Friday at 11 at Deep Springs Baptist Church, Pastor Lee Cook officiating, with burial in the church cemetery. The family will receive friends Thursday at Ray Funeral Home from 6 until 8 and at her residence today and tomorrow. She was born in Rockingham County, graduated from Madison High School, and was a member of Deep Springs Baptist Church, where she taught Sunday school, was a choir member, and helped as secretary. She was preceded in death by husbands Billy Alman and Robert Walker. Surviving are children Harold Hartman and Angie, Barry Hartman and Lynn, Tanya Alman, all of Stoneville, and Samantha Dreer and Mark of Pennsylvania. Sisters Barbara Smith of Stoneville and Gloria Vernon and Benny of McLeansville. Brothers Billy Sparks and Betty, and J.D. Sparks and Margaret Ann of Stoneville. 6 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren. 2 announcements from Perry Spencer Funeral Homes. Arrangements for Bernice M. Fountain, 79, of Madison, are incomplete in Madison. Arrangements for Clifford W. Meadows, 64, of New York, are incomplete in Eden. 3 announcements from Boone & Cook Funeral Home. Paul Franklin Frankie Wilson, 67, of Eden, died March 18th. A service of remembrance will be held Thursday at 2 at First Church of the Brethren, with visitation 1 hour prior to services. He worked as a machine operator in the textile industry and was a veteran of the U.S. Army from 1973 until 1979. Surviving are sisters Kathy Bridgers of Ruffin, Velna Richardson and husband Joe of Reedsville, and Deborah Whitley and husband Danny of Eden. Brother Michael Wilson and wife Nancy of Jacksonville. Constance Connie Saul Cates, 76, of Eden, died March 19th. A service of remembrance will be held Saturday at 1 at Eden Baptist Church. The family will receive friends at 12 and other times at the residence. She was born in Leakesville, worked for Rockingham County Schools as a teacher's aide, and was a member of Eden Baptist Church. Surviving are daughter Jill Richardson and husband Kirby of Stoneville, sons Brian Aaron of Eden and Jason Aaron of Mayodan, sisters Faye Hill of Eden, Ann Wright and husband Jim of Pelham, and Debbie Benton of Eden, 5 grandchildren, and pet Phoebe. She was preceded in death by husband Richard Owens Cates. A service of remembrance for Thomas Jackson Jack Moore, Jr., with Masonic rites, will be held Saturday, April 2nd at 3. The family will receive friends at 2. Funeral services for Vicki Dunlap Wilson are tomorrow at 2 at Colonial Funeral Home in Madison, with burial in Mayodan Municipal Cemetery. 2 announcements from Fair Funeral Home. A celebration of life service for Jimmy Wayne Mungle will be held Saturday, April 2nd, with honors on the front lawn by the Rockingham County Veterans Honor Guard. Visitation 1 hour prior to services. Memorial services for James Stephen Ray, 53, of Cascade, will be held later.